with expectations, where I've messed up is not setting them. Especially when sometimes you don't know that you're gonna like somebody as much as you like them. Yeah?
Last year you wanted to be outside. This year you want to be married.
I was never outside.
My name is Chyna. I'm the man named Voice.
And I'm Dinalva, the troublemaker extraordinaire.
Okay, so we're gonna get straight into it. Let's introduce our guest. On the left-hand side of me, we have in pink.
Bikey Tabby.
Was this
I feel
organic?
Like, Chyna, I feel like you copied me.
I don't know.
You
It's
knew.
given. They're gonna say it's given his and hers.
I feel like you knew I was going to wear
I
pink.
don't know.
Standardly.
With the
Always
pink
wear it.
background, you came representing.
I know the
But I'm
stakes.
okay with you twinning with
It's
me
fine.
today.
It's cool. Thank you.
We're normally opposites anyway.
Wow. We're gonna get into that. And on the right hand side of me, last but certainly not least,
Chinkz, come on. Kind of calls me young Chinkz, but I'm just Chinkz. To be fair.
Actually, before we get into it, where have they seen you from? Where they know you from, man?
Everywhere. Like, I'm not even gonna say where you guys know. You know me from everywhere. You see my face everywhere, so everywhere. You don't know me from Backchat. You know me from just knowing me.
You know, from everything. He's everywhere, actually. He's a quiet, active person. I've noticed now that I know him more.
So today we're going to be talking about when's the right time to be vocal about your ideals in a relationship or in a friendship.
Of course, because we are now going through a generational transition and we're starting to see Gen Zs mixing up with millennials, mixing up with everybody. So we need to know, when really should you start talking about your ideals and the differences or maybe the similarities? When is too soon, too soon? So obviously one thing that we need to remember is that people have different ideals, they have different values. As much as we all think that everybody thinks the same as us, they don't. So when do we start telling people, this is what I think, this is who I am, this is what I believe, this is what I want?
Immediately.
Yeah, off the jump. Definitely.
Like,
100%.
I feel like it's quite point blank simple. Like, you need to set your boundaries now, because if not, you're gonna cross it. And you might be that type of person that can get punched in the face or does the punching in the face. Or, do you get what I'm saying? If you set it from now, you can't cross that boundary. And if you do, then I know you're trying to... Do you know what I mean?
I think so. It's also about time. Why am I going to wait 6 months to tell you what I want or what I expect when I could tell you today?
Okay.
And if it doesn't align,
What do you want?
then you can disperse.
Tell me today.
Not your smoke.
No, I'm serious.
Not your smoke, Chyna.
Because women will say, "Oh, I'll tell you what."
Okay, well now,
Yeah,
I'm at a stage now where my expectations are, I know I want to get married and I want to settle down.
Okay.
So off the jump, that's where I'm headed now. If you asked me a year ago, I'd be like, allow it. No, we're having fun. We're going to be out. We're doing things. Now, this year, I'm like, I'm settling, definitely.
But okay, cool. So, and the reason why I asked that is because a lot of people say, I know what I want and this is what I want, but they actually don't actually know what they want. So it's like, okay, so what do you want? And you was quite articulate and coherent in what you said. You know exactly what you want.
Yeah, I think I'm that person. I always know
But
what I want, definitely.
what's changed? Last year you wanted to be outside. This year you want to be married.
I was never outside. Chyna.
This
Retract
guy...
that statement. I was never outside China.
Retract it.
But last year, I knew that I couldn't give my all. I knew that there was things that I wanted to do. So I knew that I wasn't going to be able to give 100% to a relationship. Whereas this year, I know that I'll settle down, I'll date and give my all.
But you know what I think? I think sometimes we kind of think of ideals and values and morals like we think about marriage. But beyond that, there's things like, you know, religion and spirituality. There's things like finances. There's things like the roles. Because the reason why we even brought this up is because, you know, Gen Zs are out here and the girls and the boys, they're not, well, So, you know, for example, for you, chicks, right? For me and for you and Chyna, okay? I know you guys are the same, but he's the sort of guy that probably expects more. Oh, I'm so scared to say this, but he expects more like a more traditional woman in the sense that cook, you know, take care of the kids and all these things. right? A little bit, am I wrong or right?
I mean,
Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
She needs to be
Cool.
not on
So
Instagram,
you-
no social media.
What for you? What are the expectations as a Gen Z who has a different life, a different
no, these
view?
man, they
What's
like,
it like?
they like the baddies. They like dating the baddies and that.
They like it in the bad.
I don't like dating
Insta
no
chick.
baddies. Like,
Yeah, that's what they like. That's what
let's
they
get
like.
that started.
They like that.
If you're a baddie, you can come and talk to me. We can be so cordial. We can have fun. But I don't want to date you. Like, and I don't have traditional views, or I'm not too strict on anything. But I don't know. To me, I like to see who you are naturally. I don't even want to put boundaries on you. So that's why I
love
feel
that.
like it's important to kind of
When you
stay.
say naturally, what do you mean? What?
Like, what do you do when in your
you
with
wanna talk-
your free will? Like,
I thought he was
do you
talking-
get what I'm
I thought
saying?
he was talking-
'Cause-
I thought he was talking about makeup and hair.
oh no.
Stop looking for
Stop that.
No, I don't.
Hey, this
So
guy.
in terms of like, let's say as a Gen Z, you know that the world is different for you guys. It's, you know, a bit darker sometimes. I don't
Yeah,
know. I
yeah.
think it's a bit hard and with social media and all these things. So
Yeah.
let's say with ideally your wife, do you even want to get married? Is that a core ideal for you?
Yeah, I would like to say that.
I
I
don't
get
stop.
married.
Go away, don't wanna get married.
I do. Like, I don't want to get married. I would like to think that I would get married. It's not something like, yeah, I want to get married right now. I want to.
This is what all the
live
men
life.
that create baby mamas say. They always say, "I would like
Wow.
to get married," but they never
No,
do.
at least
I
that's
ain't created
positive.
any
You would
baby
like
mums, by
to.
the way.
No, I'm saying.
Man said this is what all the men them that
No,
got
they
baby
do,
mums
though.
say.
They do, because they don't start off by saying, "Oh, I just want." No, most of them have start off with saying, "You know, yeah, I would like to get married and whatever."
But is marriage important then?
Nah. I don't know. I'm going through.
How? So you're gonna be in a relationship, have kids. Here we go. Have kids. Not give your wife, well, your girlfriend, your name. Just your kids, and your family.
Okay, cool. But before marriage was a thing, what was we doing?
I feel like if
Do
relationship,
you get what I'm saying?
I
Like,
understand that. They
marriage,
don't care. They don't
marriage
care
is
about
a.
the structure.
I
They
feel
don't
like that's a
care about
generational
power.
thing. That's how you think. I feel like where I'm coming from, marriage was always a thing.
Yeah.
it's
Don't
always
get
a
twisted. Marriage is
situation.
very much a real
I think
thing.
it was more of a situation there. You were getting married before you were having kids.
But marriage is a man-made thing.
Oh,
Do you get?
Okay, but why is it a bad thing?
It's not a bad thing, and that's
See-
why I said I would like
this
to
is
think
Gen
I would
Z.
want to
This is
get
Gen
married.
Z.
But
I love it, but he's making a valid point.
do you get it? I would
don't
like
know.
to
The
think
only
that
reason
I
they
would
think
get
like that
married.
is
It's more
because
substantial.
it's
I
only-
think I've got a Gen Z heart.
the reason why Gen Z feel like this because of the parents that failed them. So we have it's true. Because
No, it's not.
No,
I
agree.
hear
don't
that.
have-
And you're
They
like,
don't
it's a
have-
But I wouldn't
man-made
say
thing.
failed.
I don't know.
I wouldn't say failed.
They
It's,
don't
it's
have.
the, they don't have that structure.
They don't have.
Okay,
they
sure,
don't
I hear
have
what
the
you're saying,
relationships and the marriages to look at in order for them to necessarily believe that marriage is still an ideal, right? For us and for a lot of us, we still have that in our families. For Gen Z, they're led by a bunch of people who are baby mamas and baby daddies. No disrespect.
No. I hear it.
Because they don't.
No, but I'm just saying, it's like, so why
cool.
would they automatically think that marriage is
To
important?
count on your point, though, yeah, I agree with you because very much so. My
So I
mum
don't
is
take
a
an accountability, so I'm saying.
yeah,
For
no,
the man them.
definitely.
So
My
I'm
mum
like,
is definitely a single mum.
Oh.
No, I'm just gonna be honest. My mum's a single mum. She done an amazing job. No one can tell me that my mum hasn't done an amazing
Actually,
job.
no, you're here.
Otherwise,
You're
I wouldn't
on
be
the
here.
show.
Do you get
You
what I'm
know
saying?
Yeah,
Big up my mum. Yeah,
Big
big
up
up all the single mums.
No, but not all of them.
The ones that's doing a good job.
Yeah, because
Why have you
Bro said not all of them.
No, because there was a single.
Why?
No,
Just congratulations, all single moms for doing
no.
the job.
The ones that do a
Getting
good
the
job
job
or
done.
try to do a
That's
good
what I'm saying.
job.
Even if they're doing a bad job, they're still doing the job.
No, are you alright?
Whoa.
They're still doing
Hold
it.
on a second. There was a single
They're
mother.
not doing- I can't
there was a
imagine
single
that they're
mother the
doing it
other day
on-
that went to the shop and she left her 4 kids and they burnt down in the house. Is that doing a good job?
Okay, wait.
But
that woman,
circumstances.
the circumstance, exactly. The
What
circumstances of that lady,
what
they were
circumstan-
all what?
Tell me what circumstance.
They're all
okay,
under
w-
6.
w- so
She
would-
probably just thought. I'm
No,
not
they
saying
were
it's
4 years
right.
old.
I'm not saying
They
it's
were 4
right.
years
Yeah,
old.
2 sets of twins.
So you tell
I'm not
me-
saying it's
would
right.
you do
but
that?
she was.
Would you
She
do
looked
that?
like she was
I wanna ask you,
exhausted.
would-
She's probably
so-
thinking.
so
She's calculating the
quickly-
risk, and she's like, "I'm gonna go. If I take
Do you
these 4
think-
kids to the
do-
shop,
do you
they're
think
gonna
that was
make
the
a
first-
mess.
do you
It's
think
gonna be
that
a
was the first time she
problem."
did that? You think on the first time she did that?
I don't think we can just go on about that. I think
I'm
we have
not,
to go
but-
on about the fact that she had no support. Otherwise,
Yeah, well, she
she's
would
got
have
4
found
kids by
somebody in the
herself.
house.
So does that-
She's
okay,
thinking she
okay,
didn't go out to
okay,
a party.
okay,
She went
so
to the shop to get
I'm
food
asking
to
you a
feed her
question.
kids.
Would you do that?
I like that.
Okay.
No, listen,
'Cause
but
I'm trying to figure out-
Maybe if I was
that's-
exhausted and
listen,
pushed to the
Because that's
point
neglect,
of
that's
that I
safeguarding
need.
issues. Just
Okay,
one-
but you
But
can't.
it's
No,
human,
no,
it's
no.
I would, okay,
human.
I might
4
have.
kids
I
died.
might have.
4 kids
I wouldn't
died.
have left a candle. with
4 kids,
4-year-olds.
what I'm
The
trying to say-
candle was dumb.
what I'm
I
trying to
think
say
the
to you,
candle
Sid-
was the silly
what
bit.
I'm trying to say
Leaving
to you
them,
is, no,
I
I'm not-
think
no, I'm just
that's a
trying to say to
calculated
you-
risk you can make
Yeah.
for your kids. That's up to you.
Well, that calculated risk cost the 4 kids their lives.
The candle did. So that risk,
No,
that
no,
the
your
candle,
decision-
leaving
no,
the candle with the
no.
babies was
This is
silly.
the problem. This is the problem. You can't.
But-
No, this is what I'm talking about, and this is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, this is what I'm trying to say. Not everyone is a good parent. Yeah, some people are bad parents. Some people abuse kids. Some kids. Some.
that's a
Wait,
bad
wait, wait, wait.
parent.
Wait, hold on. Some people
Abuse.
neglect kids. Some people serious safeguarding issues, and this whole thing that everyone's a great mother or a great father. No,
No,
it's
it's
not.
true. You have to
Like,
be
and we need to call it
realistic
out.
with it.
At the end of the day,
Yeah.
at no point those 4 kids were failed, and women.
100%.
Exactly. So,
but I don't
what-
know. You have to sympathise with the fact that she probably was by herself.
No, I
raising
sympathise
4
with the
kids.
4 kids that lost their life.
100%.
This
Like-
is another question then. Another ideal. Sorry to cut you off quickly, yeah? Another ideal, parenthood. What do you expect from parenthood in terms of core values? Like, what do you expect from your counterpart?
Apparently,
as a
I'm not
parent?
allowed to talk about parenthood.
No,
because
you
I
can,
don't have kids.
because you can.
Apparently, no, that's what.
Who
that's-
said that?
You can
Well,
make,
that's-
you
that's
can
what they be
have your
saying. They be
values.
saying
Don't be
that.
upset.
No,
Don't tell
Why
Chyna
you
that,
talk-
guys.
why you-
Come
you
on
can-
now.
I'm
why
not
you-
upset. No,
You
no,
can
I'm being
say-
very.
you can-
Okay,
you
why
can
you being
say-
dramatic?
No,
Victimized.
I'm telling you
Being
what
a
they're
bit
saying.
Victim. He's
I'm
even
being a bit
smiling under,
emotional
in,
now.
under
I'm
that
definitely not
front.
emotional.
Look,
I'm
being
just
a little
telling you.
bit emotional,
Apparently, I
Chyna.
cannot speak about it because I don't have kids. So apparently, I can't speak.
Okay,
on
well, we're going to give you a pass today.
No,
Be
no,
like,
I know
let's-
I
we
can.
want to hear
No,
you.
I know I can. No, I know
We
I
want to
can.
hear your
But
opinion.
here's the
on
thing.
kids. You're going to
especially-
have kids one day.
No, of course, listen. In the black community, here's the thing. Yeah, when people
No,
they
but
don't.
what do
they-
you want?
No, listen. They don't attack. They can't attack your policies and your facts because they're actually facts. So they attack you as a person, but it does not discredit what you're trying to say. When they talk about it takes a village, it exactly means that I have nieces, I have nephews. They grow up in a community. We grow up in a community, and the results of your parenting or lack of parenting results in the things that we keep happening in the community. So of course I'm supposed to care. People say it takes a village only when they want something from the village, and they forget that other people inside the village can comment on it. And it's I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
true.
innit?
Your
So
comments
I-
are quite harsh. That's why people are saying that. That's why.
Look at
they're
this
harsh.
guy's face.
That's the problem. Is
Have
your
you seen
delivery.
this guy's face? Listen.
Harsh to
Okay,
who?
so let's switch the conversation then, because Chyna obviously he wears his heart on his sleeve when it comes to his values and his morals. So has it ever gone wrong where you know having a conversation and then you say these are my ideals, it's my value? Like does that happen?
I think everything I think everything I pretty much stand for is that. Right?
Oh, so let's do
Sounded
it.
like
I don't
a bit
wanna
of
wear
pressure
my
right
heart.
there.
So what has it gone wrong though? So like, because obviously you talk about your values, you know exactly what you want. So have you been in that sort of situation where you've said, okay, this is what I want, this is what I stand for, this is who I am, and then the girl's like, yeah, like that's dead, bruv. or maybe you saw her and you said, you know what?
Hey, that's crazy.
You're not-
That is crazy.
You're not exactly up to the standard. As much as I love you, I have to let you go because I want something more.
I don't know. Wearing your heart on your sleeve is dangerous for a man. I don't recommend any man does it, to be honest with you.
Okay, so you got connections quick time.
No, I'm just saying,
Chyna,
like,
your expectations are unrealistic.
how are they
They're
unrealistic?
unrealistic. They
How?
are.
But
They're
wait, but
How?
they're his expectations.
Yeah,
They're unrealistic.
exactly. Don't tell me they're
They-
unrealistic.
No, they are.
They may
mine.
be
They're
unrealistic,
unrealistic.
but
To
they're his
you they are,
expectations,
because you
so
can't
someone must
facilitate my
can
needs.
No one
Obviously.
can. No one can.
No
Nobody
one
can.
Why? It's not no one can.
If we go through literally any podcast or anything you've done on your ideals of women or the things that you hate, the list is very long.
Well, maybe
It's
I'm gonna. Yeah,
exhausting.
I'm gonna be here.
You've got a long list.
Once, one of the reasons why I can tell men not to cry to women, because I've in the past, in one time, in a different guy, not the guy
No,
you
I
know
think
now.
that's the wrong person you cried to.
No, anyway, let me just say how I compromise, innit,
Go
or
on.
whatever, innit, or this what she's saying. The question is,
So you compromised. You didn't go.
I showed
things don't go wrong.
emotion,
He
too
effed
much
around and
emotion,
found out, man.
and this is
alright.
what I can tell you, showing emotion. So I'm saying, like, there's a sense of showing emotion gonna get you killed, man. This shit's gonna get you killed, man. Showing the love, yeah. So yeah,
just trying to protect
I showed
the guys.
emotion. I compromised by showing too
Okay.
much emotion.
Let me then I want to, because obviously he said something here, he whispered in my ear something very interesting. He said he's got a list. So he's got a list of ideals or core values or core needs that you can't compromise on at all.
Yeah, I feel like everything, especially when it comes to bringing two people together or more than one person together, you have to have compromise.
Tell me your list.
Oh, I can't tell you my list right off my head because
Okay, give
it's
me-
technical.
Oh,
Because, cool, the reason why it's technical is I feel like everybody has them specific people that your list can be tailored for. Not everyone my list can tailor for.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, there's definitely been a person where I know, I'm not changing my core values for anyone because that's my core values. That's actually what I live by, stand by. But certain expectations, ideologies, or do you get? I can.
You can be like, okay,
shift it a
I
little
can
bit.
forget, but I
Do you get
pretend
what
I
I'm
didn't see
saying?
that.
Like,
so not fulfilling your list is not a red flag.
it's not a red flag, but it's something to take as a warning.
Okay, wait,
innit?
hold on. Sorry to interrupt you, because when you said that, I literally thought about something. Because I'm not, and religion. See, I dated a couple Muslim girls in the past.
Oh my goodness, that's interesting.
How was that?
Yeah, and these were some good sweet ones. But what I'm saying, yeah.
This
So,
guy, you are so
but
haram.
whenever you date a Muslim girl, because they like to do this, innit? They like to date men which aren't actually Muslim, and they spend the whole time trying to convert you. So the whole part of it is like there's
Evangelization through the puns.
So, but basically,
Wow.
no, it's not like that.
So rude.
Man said
But
evangelization.
but they
through the
call it
puns.
not convert.
Whoa.
They say revert because they said everyone's
Revert,
originally
yeah.
a Muslim, so they were saying whatever. So it starts off with that. So you date them, and then they do give you some, like, I remember I stopped eating pork, I stopped drinking, I still don't eat pork. Drinking's not my thing. So like she did
That's
obviously
nice.
leave some good.
So then what happened till you lost connection because that wasn't matching up?
Nah, just because look, I think for some people, obviously, religion is very important for a lot of people, but also as a man, you don't know whether or not that could have been where you were supposed to lie, and that could have been where you was going. But nah, I believe.
So is that a thing for you now to say, well, that's on my list of unnegotiable things that she has to be spiritual, has to be
At least
religious?
open-minded.
Because a Muslim man can marry a woman that's not Muslim, right? But if you're not Muslim, you have to be Muslim to marry the Muslim girl. So it's kind of like, in order to go in there, so then she got the brothers, and the brothers like, you're Aki, or they're trying to put you on a D, they're trying to bring you. So I'm saying it's like,
it's a bit much.
so, but I know a lot of brothers that have gone that way because that's where they want to find a good woman. So they have to go Muslim in order to go find a good woman. Like, so I'm saying,
reverting or converting to a religion to find a good woman I don't feel like that's a good enough excuse.
I hear that because
That's mad. Like,
Yeah.
when you get to wherever you're going to, whatever religion you're converting to, and you get to your holy place at the end of it, he's gonna be like, bro, you think I don't know why you did this? Like,
yeah, but bro,
you get what I'm saying?
That's
You didn't do this for
true.
me.
You're not gonna
like,
enter the gates
you get what I'm
of
saying?
heaven.
You didn't do this for me.
You did it because you wanted to find the woman, not because you wanted to find God.
do you think so? So you don't think interfaith relationships can work then? So
They
if
can.
you're Christian and the other person is Muslim, can you guys get married? And
They can, because I think the expectation of you having to be the same spirituality, I think that in itself is just a bit ridiculous, because then what does that mean? If I'm Christian, let's say, and the guy is Muslim, what does that mean? Am I going to go to hell even though I still believe in God and I still
But the
follow
Bible's going to say we're not equally yoked.
I mean, I'm mixed race. I'm very mixed yolk, so I'm like scrambled egg.
I don't think
said that like a
I don't think
scrambled
you can
egg.
say,
Oh
I'm
my.
mixed race or I'm mixed religion.
No,
it doesn't work. I just mix up the religion a little
I'm
bit.
like scrambled
What?
egg.
What?
Little bit of this, little bit of
do
that.
this. We can take the best of both worlds, bring it together into a beautiful hybrid.
No, I think we can't. And
That's
I think,
that's actually
no.
how Sikhism came along. It was the mixture between Islam and Buddhism.
Is it?
Yes.
Anyway,
Through the Silk Roads.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe,
Trade of beliefs and
is it?
ideologies. Yeah.
So
I
then,
don't know.
therefore,
There
that's
we
living
go.
proof that it does work.
It can work.
I'll
People
be-
just have to be open-minded.
I'll be honest with you guys. Let's be real. Interfaith relationships, like, yeah, I just
I think
think
it's difficult, but it can work.
it can
can
work.
work.
It can work. Do you know it can work? Because my cousin, he's Christian and his wife is Muslim, and they have kids and they grow and it's worked for them. But
So what do the kids practice?
Yeah.
I don't even.
Like at Christmas, do they celebrate, or
No, they do both.
do they do both?
Yeah,
So
but
the Muslim parent will celebrate Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
See, that's
that's good.
open-minded.
But I think in
I
the
know
eyes of the
couple
Lord,
that
that's kind of pagan stuff.
Yeah,
So-
But the whole point is that you believe in the higher being. It doesn't matter what you call it. Is you believe in that, and therefore you work your life to be something that can get you to that. Doesn't matter what that is. It's there.
Yeah.
So,
Just
but
see it from different languages, basically.
but would any one of you guys, for partner, would you be willing to, sacrifice? Would you be willing
I just
to
want
trade
to.
off
I
religion?
just like a God-fearing man, because it keeps him settled.
Muslim,
and composed.
Christian.
It doesn't matter as long as you're spiritual
do you-
and you follow
when
and
you-
you walk the walk.
When you say trade off religion, what do you mean? Like convert or revert, or as in like,
Does he have to be religious?
can-
Does he have to? Does he have
You
to
can
wear a
accept-
flag of a
Yeah.
religion?
Like,
well, like, as in you can accept that they're a different religion to you?
Yeah, no, because
Yeah.
we're talking about things that you know for.
Would you date a Muslim girl, for example? Or no, would you marry a Muslim girl? Would you consider
you-
that?
Yeah, if
become
it's my
Muslim?
person, I wouldn't become Muslim for. If I resonated with it, see, with me, like, I have to resonate with something. I can't be. It's
No,
not
but
just
obviously,
because
if you
my
meet a
girl's
woman
Muslim.
and she loves
like,
you, she teaches you, and she says, "Listen, this is what." Obviously, you're gonna resonate with.
Or
her
what
'cause
if
she-
her family
but
says you have
maybe-
to be Muslim?
Nah,
You
like,
don't do
what
nothing by
mean?
force.
I'm
you know,
not.
I
I'm
like
not on that.
chicks.
Like,
It's chill, be
This is
strong.
not. This is not about your family
Yes.
forcing you. This is about you going out there. You've been outside, okay?
Yeah.
You know it's out in these streets. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've met all these guys.
and I've
yeah.
met my good
Yeah.
woman.
And now you met a good woman, and she's Muslim, yeah. So she has everything that you want. The way she looks, how she's the perfect woman. The only difference is she's not the same religion, and the one stipulation she puts on it is that her family, in order for you to be with her, you have to be Muslim, yeah. What are you going to do?
If I don't want to be Muslim, I'm not gonna be Muslim.
You're missing what I'm saying to you. but-
I hear what
No,
you're
no,
saying.
no,
What
no.
am I gonna
Sacrifice
do?
her.
Would you
So
end it?
we can either
They're
come
gonna
to the
hide.
agreement that we're gonna do a hybrid thing.
No, you can't. No, bro.
We can't do a hybrid thing?
No,
Then-
listen. She-
we gotta be
That's
That's too
friends.
strategic.
No, okay, so now, okay.
Like, we gotta be friends. I love you, so we can
No, but
stay
this is
around
what I'm
each
saying
other.
to you. What I'm
But
saying to you is, you want to get married and have kids. You've been
But I have to be
outside.
Muslim.
No, you have not found a woman. You've been trying hard. Okay,
Okay,
you've been
cool.
currently, and you've found a woman. She's everything that you want
Yeah.
and everything that you desire.
Yeah.
Everything. The only thing she asks is that because she's a Muslim girl and her brothers and her fathers,
Yeah.
that she has to marry a Muslim man. Now, if you convert, she can marry you. Without that, they will not bless it, and she's not going to do that. Okay, so. If you say no to this now, you're gonna go back outside, but you already know what is outside and you just found it.
It's
Okay,
true. The
so I'm
streets are
asking
cold.
you, because this could be a sign where God is saying to you that you found your wife and this is where you're supposed to go. How do you know? And one of the ways you know is by finding a good woman and she puts you along a good path. So I'm just asking you. I'm not saying like what would you do, because for a lot of men, this is what they've seen. They'd be like, well, all the other women out here are a certain type of way. I've not been able to find it, and I find it in a different lifestyle or religion, and the only option is to go that way, because if not, I'm going to stay where I'm here. So just a question.
no, I'm not reverting, because to me that's the same thing as praying because I don't want to go to hell.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm
That's-
saying?
no, that's real, that's
Like,
real.
It doesn't feel genuine to me, and
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
true.
overly religious. I pray, but I don't pray to a specific God.
So they don't
or
matter then.
anything.
You could just be Muslim
Yeah.
anyway.
Nah,
So you're
it matters
quite-
to
you're
me
open.
because it's not genuine. Like it's
Yeah.
it's like me being
The
your
intention
brethren
matters.
because you're the man that beats up everyone. So I'm gonna be your brethren so that I don't get beat up.
It's interesting.
Like,
Yes.
do you get what I'm saying?
So this is
Yeah,
so
yeah, you're right.
so like
And wait, Gen Z, don't forget, there's also a difference. Gen Z, they don't have to subscribe to spirituality in the same way that
Why
we
not?
grew
Why
up.
not?
Because there's the knowledge
their
that we
parents
have
are
now.
pagans.
Not
That's
only
why.
that, it's not only just that. We also now is when we've seen a lot of scandals and discrediting of religion. So people are going more towards spirituality than religion. That's why he will not necessarily pray.
Spirit actually creates baby mamas and baby daddy
No,
culture.
it doesn't.
It does.
Told
Let
you
me
this
tell you.
guy is
No,
gonna
let me
find
tell
a way
you.
to
No,
get
let
baby
me tell
mums
you.
in the
No, let me tell you.
conversation.
Let me
bro.
tell
How?
you. Let me tell
Spirituality
you.
is just releasing yourself
Let me
from
tell you.
having
Let
that
me
to
tell
wear a
you.
flag
Let
to
me
say I'm
tell you.
Christian,
Let me
I'm
tell you
Muslim,
why.
I'm this,
Let
I'm
me
that.
tell you why. Let me tell you
Go
why.
on then,
Let me tell you
cook,
why.
cook. He wants to
Listen,
cook.
the
Baby mamas, I knew you
No,
wanted
no,
to
no.
go.
So listen, the Bible, the Quran, and the Torah, right? Yeah, they all like. As long as you believe in something, it gives a set. It gives a set of rules to kind
Yes.
of follow.
Because they overlap.
Yeah, and so for me, when it comes down to when it comes down to relationships, and when it comes down to something like this, is that I'm not saying that you should change your religion for someone, but I'm saying, how do you know what is your religion? So I'm saying,
Yeah,
like,
but that's what I'm saying. You
like-
have to resonate with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why, going back to the question, it's important to immediately, like from the jump, establish your boundaries, your ideologies, and your expectations.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's true. What about you, though? Tell me. Because I think that for men, they have different expectations. Usually, I think we have different ideals as well. Because ideals is like what we expect out of somebody, not just what we want for ourselves. So, what about you? Do you put a foot down? Because also women tend to be a little bit more like easy with it. I feel like men tend to be more demanding.
I feel like I would be demanding. I
Yeah.
feel like I am very like.
Have you been demanding?
Definitely, 100%.
What did that
Within
look like?
2.5 seconds, I'm like.
So you said, "Yo, this one wanted to."
I'll be like, I expect this, and this. I lay it out.
I can't
I'm
lie.
like-
You look like the type of woman that is demanding.
And does that go?
I I look like I'm
Why
the
do you
man
say
that
things
day.
What do you
like
mean?
that?
Just look at her like.
I wouldn't. I'm not in a horrible way.
I'm
No,
just-
Like me.
expensive. Man, them,
Did you say expensive?
yeah, it's
How dare you?
demanding and expensive.
Expensive is
dare you.
relative.
Expensively
It's
demanding.
Chyna, allow it.
Man, them, you have to
But
look
I'm
at.
straight
Man,
to
them,
the
sometimes
point
you have to
with
just
what I
look at
want.
and understand: is this your portion or not in life? Because no, this is what I think. I feel as if. Sorry to interrupt you, but I'll be real. I think some men, they'll look and you look nice and they'll be like, "Oh, I want that," but they don't understand that.
Okay, but you're not asking me what I
comes
want
out
and
of
what I'm
context.
asking for.
What do you want and what you're
You're
asking
saying
yeah.
it's
for?
expensive. No, I'm like, I will set out. The point is, like now I'm saying my rules are I want to get married and settle down. So we need to be going in the same direction.
Yes.
Literally, them are the only two expectations I've got now. Before it would be like, you need to be open-minded. You need to travel. You need to, do you know what I mean? We need to be
Okay.
working hard. I would set out my ground rules.
So now if one comes to get married, and he says, okay, let's get married. What does that look then from that then on? Like,
I'm like, okay, let's start planning now. No. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to just jump into it, but yeah, I think religion is going to play a big part in it. If you've got no religion at all, that's going to be a problem. You need to be a God-fearing man,
Yes.
definitely. I think my expectations of let's deal with the expensiveness. I work hard, so I'm expecting my partner to do the same thing. I'm not saying you have to make as much as me or more than me, but we need to be,
hustling at least.
yeah, we need to be going in the same direction
Okay.
and building something that, we can leave our kids or our family or even just be
One-
proud of ourselves.
Okay, another one, quick one, obviously. What about race? Is that a part of an ideal? Is that part of anything that has to do with values? And the reason why I say that is because race is attached to culture a lot of the time, And I'm just saying because why not? Let me spice up the conversation for a second.
That's
Yeah.
Listen, I don't want to be controversial.
Gen Zs will be like, me,
I
me
don't
not care. As long as she's just a bit interested
care.
and is open-minded. He cares. I love this.
Okay,
I
I'll be
do
honest.
kind
Why do you
of,
care?
but not.
But not. Okay. Why do you care?
I don't care because I have anything against anyone, but I just have my personal preference, and I like to see, I like to go back to like my countries and see my people
Yeah.
and my family. I don't know, like I like to relate to somebody on a different level. Like, do you get?
Culture
It's
comes
culture.
with it.
Do you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I care to an extent. Yeah, like
To an extent, but he knows what he likes. He
literally, my
I'm not gonna lie, I'm
preferences.
the same.
Do you get what I mean?
For culture, me is just, African men. And it's a cultural ideal that I will not compromise on. And it's not because I'm racist, because my ideal is having a cultural connection with Africa. And you can do that only, What about you? What about you when it comes to
I
that?
don't feel like I have a preference as such. I feel like I probably have a type, but my type is going to be a biker. So
Okay.
Biker mice from Mars, about you.
I'm like, as long as you're into petrol, I'm like, we're gonna have something. That's my heart.
What if
there.
Hella
not,
guys
so
in the
that's-
DMs talking about, I drive this car, the 1.6.
Yeah, man, you be like, yo, listen.
Like,
Vroom, vroom.
I'm on a 125.
I bleed petrol, so I feel like as long as we have that in common, we're gonna build from there. So
Okay,
I feel
that's
like
good.
for me, that is a culture for me.
Fair enough.
So is that a deal breaker then? So,
100%.
so if you
you're
ain't got
not
a bike
biker,
or you're not
it's
a petrol
no-no.
head, you're
Yeah,
bye-bye.
It's not gonna work because you're not gonna
Okay.
understand where I'm coming from and what.
So have you ever been in a situation where that was super amazing, super sick, and then you find out he doesn't own a bike?
I'm like, within 2 seconds, I'm like, are you a biker? Like, where's your bike? Where you riding?
Okay, that's
Straight
good.
away.
I love it. What about you, Chinese?
For me, I love.
You've been all over the world, I can tell, in dating and relationships.
a
little bit.
Muslim. Hey, Muslim.
White,
Yeah.
black. Have you had a white girlfriend?
Not Anglo-Saxon.
Not Anglo-Saxon. Okay, so
what?
exotic white, different white,
Spicy.
spicy.
What's
Spicy?
spicy?
Be specific.
Yeah, we need a
Because
bit
I
of...
don't understand that from you.
no.
Spicy,
And your
maybe.
whole-
There's Brazilians that are white.
Black.
Spanish, maybe.
Like
French.
Iranian.
Iranian is not white.
Well, here's
What?
the thing. It is.
Persian, I
Yeah,
guess.
it
They're
is.
light skinned. They're very white looking.
No, you're asking the past. Here's the thing. I love black women. They don't love me.
Oh, so, but you've dated.
Wow,
That's a lie.
this guy
That's
just be
a lie.
throwing
That's
out
a
some
lie.
Okay,
serious
have you had-
statements.
I do. I love them. They
Have you
love
had a
me.
black girlfriend?
Of course I have.
Have you had a mixed
So who
race
you gonna
Of
girlfriend?
settle
course I have.
down with?
Non-stop.
Have you had a white girlfriend?
Yes.
Spice, yeah.
No, white, as in
No,
Caucasian.
say yes.
No
Just say
Caucasian
yes.
yet.
Yeah, no, just yeah. Go on.
Yes.
Yeah, you had Caucasian girlfriend.
Just yes. No.
You know she had to ask 3 times on that for the clips.
Just to make sure.
You've had Indian.
Yes.
What about East Asian, like Chinese or Japanese, Thai, Filipino.
Yeah, Mariko. Yeah,
Cold pick
shout
and
out
mix.
to-
Mariko, isn't it?
You know, absolute most.
Hey.
Been around the world.
Been
been
around the
around
world.
the world.
This guy been traveling.
So when it comes to wife now, what's gonna happen? What's the ideals for the serious wife, the one to be? Does race matter to you?
Race matters. See, when I first got into this game, I was more like Dr. Umar. Shout out to Dr. Umar. I definitely was, but
I'm dead.
but
He
You
stresses
changed.
me out. I'm not
No
gonna
way.
lie,
Come
but
on,
Dr.
brother.
Umar, you
What's
talking
going
from
on?
Americans.
Sorry, can say that out loud. I'm
no,
even shocked. You've changed your whole.
nah, just black women don't love me. They don't like me.
Oh, so okay.
That's a lie.
No, it's fine. It's cool. It's all right.
No.
They feel targeted and triggered by some things that you say, but you don't mean it.
But I've never ever spoken to black women. I spoke about women.
They just take it on board because.
So, but here's the thing. I've never.
So they don't like
It's
what
crazy
he
to me because
says.
if you look at actually all the videos and clips of the OnlyFans girls and all the white women, I never actually spoke to black women.
That's
I spoke
true.
to women. When you do realize I never
That's
actually spoke to
true.
black women. I spoke to
100%.
women.
I 100% know that.
But black women took it on
Damn.
themselves that I was
Personally,
speaking
because
to them.
you then say a
He's a
small
victim,
proportion
you
of
heard
the
it here
community.
No,
Blah, 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 blah.
but if I'm speaking about problems within our community, you do also understand that.
And
a
then
lot-
in the next
wait, hold
podcast,
on,
you're
hold
talking
on,
about an OF
ho-
girl.
Hold on.
It's hard
a
to
lot of
distinguish.
men in our community, black men, mixed race men, have white mothers in the community.
Yeah.
So automatically, once again, the black women. I never. So it became weird to me
You
that.
don't make it clear.
No, I didn't have. I never
don't have
once.
to.
I never
But it's
once.
because they boxed you into being
Yeah.
black, and therefore
Yeah.
you must be speaking to black
I've
people.
never
Yeah,
once.
yeah.
Definitely.
never
I
once.
think
And-
you're very misunderstood.
China is a victim.
So.
Right. Oh my.
Oh, bless you. So
But
to
maybe
get
you have to
married.
make it clear if you know that people are taking you the wrong way.
No, I've made it clear multiple times, but it's the internet. The internet.
So what's the
Yeah,
ideal
they don't care,
for
man.
your wife? Does she
your
have?
algorithm-
You don't
my-
matter. It doesn't matter.
My ideal for my wife is for her to love me as a person and
So it
wanna-
doesn't
What colour
matter.
would she be?
No, I'm a co-
Or race?
She'll be whoever God's supposed
weight?
to be.
Because this
So
one
you
is-
don't-
No, weight has to be in shape.
Okay,
Wow.
fine. Of
Fair.
course, he's
Here
got
we go.
ideals. He's
Yeah, no, I'm just telling you something.
so. We all got, by the sounds of it, we've got very offensive ideals
I don't
sometimes.
have no ideal right now.
So you,
I don't have an ideal.
I'm the sort of person. I'm just gonna put it
my
in
ideal,
there.
my ideal is not having an ideal that's gonna stop me from being happy.
Okay,
So-
that's good. So she has to be ideal, but she needs to allow you to be happy.
I know my ideal. She's not a baby mama. That's my ideal. But
Here we go.
So
This
just
guy.
your happiness
You owe me like
is at the
10,000
We
forefront
need
of
like a
life.
baby mom counter in this one.
anyway,
We need a thread jar.
anyway, so that's me. Anyway, so that's me showing us. Look, I just open up. Pause for open up. But yeah, man. Let's
Okay, I
take
think
it to the next segment.
so.
man. Anyway,
Listen,
let's
I
get off
think
here,
that
man.
we are being so realistic because we're obviously in the podcast and we say, I just want and I say and this, but you gotta have game when you're kind of in this courting and dating situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think maybe it's a very good idea to be going and saying, this is what I want, this is who I am, these are my ideals. You need to do this, you need to be this. This is the religion. This is the.
But there's ways of going about it though.
But do you think that maybe could be a good idea to perhaps like let it elongate and you just observe the person a bit more and you start to understand, okay, this is who they are. I know a bit of the values, but then I want to see how, observe rather than just tell.
I agree, and that's why I said I need to see somebody naturally, because also, as much as I said immediately, there is kind of a too soon, because there's certain people that will live up to your expectations and shape their self to how you've created that boundary. So like, let's say you said, oh, like I need a girl that wakes up at 8 a.m. and she normally wakes up at a young 1 p.m, 2 p.m, but because you've said that, she's now setting alarms. And naturally,
Yeah.
if she's not good at like sticking to that schedule because that's not her normal thing,
Yes.
do you get what I'm saying? You're gonna go back to what you do normally.
That's fact.
So you have to see how somebody kind of acts naturally.
Yes. Exactly.
It's
you
all
can't
about
go
timing,
too quick
like,
and too
it's
heavy
true,
with it.
yeah.
So how long is a good time?
It's
How long
hard
is
to
a good
say though. You have to
length of
just,
time?
it has to happen naturally.
I'm very impatient.
Oh, demanding.
So you say, you're just like, listen, mate, if you're not this, then you need to go.
expensive.
I said,
Demand-
what's expensive got to do with impatient?
What is it? Expensive.
Demanding. He said
Impatient
demanding.
means she's not gonna wait for you to get your plans together. Your
That's a
money
lie.
together.
I'm going to help you
She's
do
not-
your
No,
plan
she's
and we're
not
going to
do
roll
that.
together and we're going to make it
guys,
better.
this is what
Shut
they
up.
say.
So-
This is what they say.
How
Not
long-
they say, this
Wait,
is what happens.
So how quickly do you observe? Do you just be like, yo, do
Not in the day. I would obviously be like, but you're not going to be like 6
But you're
months
quite
later.
quickly.
Yeah, it's not going
Yeah.
to be 6
Not-
months later and I'm
not
still being like,
accountability.
what?
Nothing.
What'd you
Okay,
say?
actually, let's because obviously he threw the A word up in there. let's see the accountability, because I feel like, you know, sometimes she said she's impatient. That means that you must have got yourself into trouble a few times here and there.
Yeah,
Tell me, what's your accountability? Because, you know, you can be demanding, but I will get you into big situations.
I have actually got an instance where I've been, I wouldn't say demanding, but I would say I was very quick to say what I wanted. Mm-hmm. And then obviously they're like, okay, we can do this. And then in the back of my mind, I kind of always knew that I didn't want that with that person. So I've set it out. I've set it out and they're like, we're going along and it's even perfect.
Wait, can I ask you exactly
but
what
it just
did you
wasn't
say
perfect
you wanted?
for me.
What did you say you wanted and he thought you was going to get?
Yeah, what was it? What did you want?
To settle down.
Damn.
Oh, and he was like, yeah, I'm ready, I'm on it. And then
Did
you're
he
like,
buy you a
nah.
ring?
Bro got bamboozled. Oh.
Oh, you did?
Oh, no.
Oh.
That really went wrong. You put your ideals on the table
We
straight.
all make mistakes.
Okay.
Whoa. What
Therapy
about
for
you?
bro. Free therapy for bro.
Let's stop trying to leave my friend from Venus alone. Leave her
Mistake
alone.
made.
Mistake made. And
thought
she's
she
accountable
wanted
for it, so
She
it doesn't
thought
even
she
matter.
wanted
What about
it.
you, bro? Let's hear from you.
What about the Gen Z accountability? What's happening around these sides?
Cool. This ain't really about me being Gen Z. It's just about me being young. So I guess Gen Z. But
young. Yeah,
everyone's been young before,
yeah,
innit?
we've all been young, yes.
We was
It's
never Gen Z.
when
Y'all
you
different.
set your morals and your expectations. Let's say you've had that conversation now. With my generation, it's kind of quick. It's straight. It's not. What's your favorite color? Cool. So what do you expect? Boom.
Mm-hmm.
We know now. But
that's good.
naturally, I'm ever changing. Do you get what I'm saying? And in my time of adolescence and that, you know what I mean? I'm seeing new stuff. I'm finding out new stuff about myself. So this stuff has changed. So kind of similar to you, but the only thing is I didn't know from the beginning. So accountable. Maybe I should have waited a little bit longer to say this is what I want. This is what I want instead of being so sure. Because you change
she's
over
the
time.
one.
People change. Do you get what I'm saying? So I could have said, yeah, I want to have 5 kids and then 1 pregnancy scare. After I'm saying, yeah, whoa, I don't want 5 kids, or I want to have 2 houses, and then I see mortgage prices, and I'm saying, whoa, maybe we might have to do a young little council flat. You got obviously not them specific examples, but just to kind of put it into context.
You start to kind of count your chicken
so maybe
before the eggs
being
hatch.
too strong
ain't
in
wrong
your.
with a young council flat, my guy. Don't worry, you're gonna come.
Chyna, this is why you're triggering.
No, it's not. I just said ain't nothing wrong with
that.
it. I'm saying I'm trying to shout that. Don't.
No,
don't
to
diss
back
on-
my boy, he
on community
you
housing.
get what I'm saying? He
Yeah,
didn't.
big
He
up the
was,
people in community housing. That's what I'm saying.
No, but that's good. At least you got accountability
what I
for
mean?
knowing that you tried to make it too serious too soon
Too
without
soon,
thinking
yeah.
about the future.
Yeah.
And that is youth. The youth have got a very short idea of what the future is.
Mm-hmm.
They think it's tomorrow, not like 20 years
Yeah.
from now.
Yeah.
And then you saying that this is what I want, he said yes, but you didn't want it. You thought you
Do you know
wanted
what it was? It wasn't that I didn't want the situation. I just
You
didn't want it with
him. Then why
Yeah.
did you talk in the first place?
because
These
he
people.
said all the right things.
Oh, and you felt
Ooh.
bad, and you thought, okay,
Literally.
then, you know.
We all make mistakes.
What are you Chinese?
About
What's your
me?
accountability?
What?
You that hates that word. I think you're allergic to this word accountability.
Accountability.
I've noticed.
Accountability for what?
Do you say he is a
For
bit of
what?
a victim?
For what?
And accountability for how maybe you did set your ideals and you didn't want the person, or maybe you didn't set the ideals and then you lasted too long with somebody that you didn't mean to be with.
boy.
This one.
You did it. What did you do?
What did I do? This is basically trying to make
Did
you out to be
somebody-
a bad guy.
Were you ever inflexible, for example, where you were in a relationship or liking a girl so much, but then you
did.
came with your
Because
whole
you
I
became
want.
a Muslim, no?
Did you?
And then changed. You're not with the
No,
girl
I
that
never
you
become
were.
a Muslim, no.
Stopped eating pork. Stopped.
No, but no, I took good Muslim traits.
Is she the one that got away?
Salam alaikum. No, she's not.
So it's okay. You're happy that at least you're still not with her.
Yeah.
Is there somebody that got away that you feel a little bit like maybe I was a bit too demanding?
No,
Maybe I
like
could've
in
been more
hindsight, there's always,
flexible.
you know.
So tell me
Or they
which
were like, I
hindsight
love
it
you
is
or
then.
something, and then
What's your
didn't love them
flashback?
back or something.
What did you do? This one, that's why he never has accountability. It's always
must
so
be
hard to get
one
anything out of this
That
guy.
you were like,
No, he's never done anything
Never.
wrong.
No, I
Tammy,
have,
but it's okay. Go on.
and you
Then.
regret it.
No, he hasn't. Look,
Never.
Yeah.
Go on.
Go on then. We want to hear about it.
No, I don't like talking about.
You got to. We've all
Bruh.
spoken. We've all
This
laid
guy
down-
can't even spell
we've all
accountability
laid
like this.
down- It's your turn. Come on now. Read it out, Chyna. Get it out. Come on. on.
So dramatic.
Go
I
on.
love it. Oh my god.
Come on, the one that got away.
Yeah,
Tell us all about
tell
it.
us how did
No,
it?
like,
You
I
didn't
don't-
talk about it.
It's like PTSD when I think about this.
Oh,
type of
no.
stuff.
Spit it out.
I mean, this
Come
is
on.
what it's
Tell us
about.
the
People
brief.
learn from your pain.
I just understand, like in the past, a woman. I didn't do some of the job as a man that I needed to do.
Oh, so you feel
Ooh.
like you failed on her ideal a little bit.
Yeah,
Oh.
I wouldn't.
So you're human after all.
No, like that just no. But I'm saying,
But
if
you were young.
No, I don't even listen. No, I wouldn't even say.
When
like,
did this happen?
No,
2 years ago. Now I
Last
see.
year.
No,
You can't make mistakes at this time. And you're like, what is this?
I'm just saying. There was a time I dated a girl, and I should have appreciated her more.
Okay.
She wasn't from London,
Oh.
and
She was a good girl though. As you can see.
like I just didn't appreciate that she would commute down and do certain things. Like I put in effort in the beginning.
And then you just take it
Yeah,
for
and she
granted.
was, she was younger than me. She was beautiful,
Oh.
and I probably should have appreciated her
Sister.
more.
Maybe
Do
if
you
you
get
don't
me?
have a man, come back.
No.
What do you mean?
We don't take girls back ever.
Oh,
Hey.
But
Well, fair enough, because it's true.
yeah,
I
no,
understand.
we don't. But
There'll
what
be
I'm saying to you,
traumas that you have to
no,
deal with.
but what you learn from that is that when you have a good woman, what you're supposed to do, and so I can take that out.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
What's my accountability?
What about you, man? When
Bruh,
was your shit
I'll tell you
girlfriend?
something. I live in a fairy tale in my head, and my ideals are there, and then I make it happen in real life in my very, made up reality, and I end up with people that are not Prince Charmings, but I've painted them really colorful and beautiful in Prince Charming. I'm kissing frogs in my highness of love.
In your what?
Highness of love.
I thought you
Fair
said
enough.
anus of love. I
No,
said,
now pause. Yes, I'm deluded. I'm deluded.
Can
but
I
anyways, tell you
quickly?
what.
Can I give a different take on my accountability?
Oh, look,
Yeah,
he's retracting. His
I'm
statement.
retracting.
Let's go back.
I want to give a better one.
Go on.
I feel like with expectations, where I've messed up is not setting them. I'm very much a chill, relaxed, easy guy, so I don't really give a flying toss. Especially when sometimes you don't know that you're gonna like somebody as much as you like them. Yeah.
Yes.
You tend to kind of be like, yeah, cool, do what you want to do.
Yeah, be you, be free.
And now when you do gain that relationship or that liking and towards that person, and now your expectations and morals matter,
You're like, no.
it's too late to say anything. And then when you do say anything, it's kind of like, why didn't you say this from the beginning? So that's one place I've messed up. So I feel like that's better than the first one.
That's a good one. I like
So,
that.
guys, I want to say a big thank you to Chinkz over there. Thank you, Tammy. Whoa, I'm just like...
I like Tammy. She's got fire and smoke
Yeah,
for you.
man.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. Shout out to my co-host. Guys,
Of
it's
course.
another episode of When Venus Meets Mars Season 2. Guys, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn notification bell so you never miss an upload. And if you're really in your bag, then hit the super chat, yeah? And we are out!
I hope this episode got you thinking about life and relationships differently,
Make sure to tune in next time.
where we're going to be discussing more pressing topics in our society today. So, Chyna, you ready to come back and get schooled?
Wait. Last season, I told you the same thing I'm going to tell you now. You cannot school me on anything, Dinalva.